Olivia Goodreau was only 6 years old when she contracted Lyme disease from a tick bite. Since then, she's made it her life's mission to educate people about the severity of tick bites and Lyme disease. She founded the Liv Lyme Foundation and is the inventor of the free app Tick Tracker.
Olivia Goodreau joins us now. Olivia, thanks so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me here.
So a little backstory. Olivia and I met back in 2019 when I was a reporter in Colorado. And this is when you just launched Tickmoji, which was a brilliant idea. It's like emojis of ticks so that you could spread awareness. And you have you're remarkable, first of all. You have turned something that was so painful. The one thing I remembered was that you had to go to so many doctors just to get a diagnosis.
Yes, absolutely. I had to go to 51 doctors over the course of 18 months until I got diagnosed with just Lyme disease. And then 3 years later, 4 more doctors, and I got diagnosed with 5 other co-infections.
That's pretty incredible. When you look at how things have changed now, do you feel like we've made some progress on that? I've recently had to take a blot test for Lyme, and I was like, okay, maybe this is not as painful as it was back then, because you're saying maybe it's not 51 doctors now.
Well, I really hope that we've made some progress. I feel like there's a lot more awareness out there, and there are incredible people doing amazing things, and the research has been, absolutely wonderful. And, from when I got diagnosed to today, I feel like, yes, we have made some amazing progress.
And then you've also launched Tick Tracker, which is great because you can upload pictures of where the ticks are and the bites. Talk to us a little bit about where that is now.
Yeah, totally. So Tick Tracker is a free multilingual app, and it is all around the world, and it is so incredible. You can track and report ticks in real time using geolocation.
Wow.
We have heat maps. We have availability to get it tested at, top facilities, and the updates have been incredible. People from all over the world use it. We have a Pakistani goat farmer who uses it to track for his herds. So it's been such an incredible journey with that app and these people that I've met.
Yeah.
For people that don't understand what it's like to live with Lyme, maybe you can explain that, because I feel like it often goes misdiagnosed for many people.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like it was such a hard journey getting to that diagnosis just because there was such a wide variety of symptoms. It felt like I had the flu every day, and then on top of that, I couldn't physically lift up my head. I was losing my vision from time to time.
Wow.
It felt like I had ADHD and dyslexia, except I didn't, so I couldn't get any of those accommodations. And it was just really difficult because I was so sick, I was so pale, I was so ill, and yet no one could really properly diagnose what was going on.
It is amazing. You've really turned something so difficult into something so educational for so many. And you've released a new book. I love this, but She Looks Fine. Tell us about your new book.
Yeah, absolutely. So the title is people have been saying that to me for a while now, but she looks fine, because there were moments when I felt so sick on the inside, but I would still go to class. I would still try to be present in my life. And this book just basically gives a story about, how I turned Lyme into Lymeade, and how, I took something that's really awful and used it as a tool for hope and for awareness. So it talks about my nonprofit, it talks about my apps, it talks about, my activism and going to Congress and speaking at the White House and doing all of this, again, while I'm 12 years old and dealing with middle school mean girls and, having to go back home and live this double life. So it goes through all of that.
You said you talked to Congress, and you obviously took this fight in front of politicians. Where are they failing us in this fight for Lyme?
I feel like the research and, again, the awareness, that is a huge part. I feel like once we get past that point of even acknowledging that Lyme disease is a chronic illness and tick-borne diseases are a real thing and it's a real threat, once we get past that point, we will have a lot more resources, a lot more support. And so I really hope that, with working with all these politicians and getting more policy out there, more funding, that will really help the cause.
So now, what's next for you? You're in college, you're studying public health. What's next for Liv Lyme 2?
Liv Lyme, me personally, midterms, but Liv Lyme and everything like that, I feel like we are just, taking it one step at a time. We are, continuing with grants. We are finding new research. We are promoting new technologies that are out there. We want to make sure that, every child and adult can get access to treatments that, won't break their bank account. And so that is something that has always been dear to my heart, and I still fight for that every day.
Liv, you got to come back after 4 years after you graduate, because I feel like you're going to make some breakthroughs and discoveries with Lyme here.
I hope so.
It's so nice to see you. Really quick, where can people buy your book?
They can buy it on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, anywhere where you could buy a book, it will be there.
Well, you're amazing. Olivia, it's so nice to see you again. Thanks for coming to New York and Fox 5. We appreciate it.
Thank you guys so much.
We got a lot of Liv energy in the house today, right? Liv.